G'day friends, Jack here for this week's vegan friendly taste test review. Taste testing these relatively new items from Greens and Goodness. So there's a bunch of new mock meat items from this brand. As you can see, there's 4 new items. Spicy Bombay tenders, we've got a Kiev, we've got Schnitzel, and we've got some Tempura nuggets in here as well. I've got the oven currently on, preheating. I'm gonna whack these in the oven and hopefully get the timing right and let you know if these new items that are $8 each at Woolworth in the freezer section is worth your money. Just dropped 2. Anyway, let's go. Here we go, friends. Just got these out of the oven from Greens and Goodness. I am honestly super excited to dig into these. They look incredible, they smell incredible, and as you saw with that Kiev, that buttery sauce that oozed out looked incredible. So you may not know, but Greens and Goodness is a sub-brand of the massive poultry product company Steggles in Australia. Steggles in Australia make a bunch of poultry items, so you may have seen it out and about in the supermarket. So it is really interesting to see that a big company like Steggles is making a sub-brand that is offering plant-based options. So it is somewhat conflicting. They support a company like Steggles, but I am all for better quality mock meat items and just seeing companies move in that direction. So hopefully, you know, these are half decent. I really wanted to dig into these nuggets and tenders. These are tempura nuggets. The batter looks incredible on these. Soft little batter around these. There are 17 nuggets in the packet. There's 8 tenders in the packet. There's 2 Kievs and 2 Schnitzels. I didn't want to be a big piggo, so I only did a little bit from each packet to try these out. Anyway, nuggets, let's go. All the products from Greens and Goodness are pea protein based products, so you don't get any overpowering soy or wheat taste like a lot of other mock meat options on the market. I know some people aren't too keen on pea protein. In terms of that texture, it's probably not as stringy as some other alternatives out on the market, but that batter is nice and light and delicious. It is a perfect coating around this plant-based nugget. Some other nuggets on the market kind of capture that stringiness of a traditional meat-based nugget pretty well, but these probably don't have a lot of stringiness to it. The mock meat itself is kind of actually a little bit chewy. What is actually quite amazing about these, there is no overpowering sort of flavors to this at all. So this is just a pretty neutral and lightly battered nugget that actually isn't too bad. Next up, we're gonna try out these spicy Bombay tenders. They look like a pretty decent size there. Let's see how spicy these tenders are. Initial biting into this, you get like whacked with like a really strong like curry powder like flavors and turmeric in there as well. Again, with the texture of the mock meat, it is quite soft and chewy, not overly stringy at all, but again, no overpowering taste in my opinion. In terms of spiciness, it is not at all spicy in my opinion. I do love my spice, but I'm getting no heat off this, but it does have some very distinct and strong Indian sort of curry sort of flavors. All I can think of is curry powder coating this tender, but tender overall is actually pretty flavorsome and another spot on item. All right, so now this is the real deal, a Kiev. We've only ever had one other vegan friendly Kiev available on the market and it wasn't the greatest, but this one looks fantastic. So it's like a butter, garlic, parsley in there, check it out. Look at that oozing out. I have hopes for this one, so let's try out this Kiev. Crumb itself isn't overly crunchy, but it is crunchy enough. It kind of actually reminds me of like a homemade batter, which is fantastic. Again, that meat texture there is not overpowering at all with any sort of flavors, but not stringy, kind of like a little bit rubbery. Overall, that sauce in the middle captures that buttery parsley, garlic goodness that you expect in a Kiev. Now finally, the golden crumbed parsley and garlic schnitzel here. Looking at it, is lightly coated with a crumb, and you can see a bunch of seasoning all over this crumb. So what I actually like about the Kiev and the schnitzel, it is very flavoursome crumb. You get that herb and garlic taste so much on this schnitzel. It like really hits you, which is fantastic. Really good flavours on this schnitzel. Again, with the texture on this mock meat, it is the same as all the other products. It is not overly stringy at all, and is kind of clumped together, kind of juicy. Again, that factor of not having an overpowering wheat or soy taste is a massive win in my opinion. I am honestly a little bit full taste testing all of those products, but honestly, I am actually really impressed by these products from Greens and Goodness. I was a little bit apprehensive going into this because this is a sub-brand of Steggles, a massive poultry product company in Australia, but it is also fantastic to see a brand as big as Steggles getting into the mock meat items, seeing that there is a demand for these products. All of these products are pretty spot on of what you expect with chicken-like products. The schnitzel, the Kiev, the nuggets, and those tenders, all absolute winners and definitely worth checking out. Crumb around all these products vary in taste and style. Nuggets lightly coated, whereas those tenders have a light coating around it and like really strong, distinct curry Indian flavors. And then the schnitzel and the Kiev have like that home style crumb with a little bit of flavor in there, like some parsley and garlic. It really helps elevate the flavors of both of those products. The garlic and parsley sauce in that Kiev was pretty spot on as well. Probably the biggest downside to all of these products, the texture of the mock meat itself is kind of overly squishy in my opinion. If it was a little bit more stringy, it would honestly be almost a flawless product, but you cannot go wrong with these options. I love the fact that they're in the freezer section. I love the fact that they're $8 each, really price comparable to other products out on the market. And I also love the fact that the mock meat itself doesn't have any strong overpowering flavors at all. Generally, you can cop a bit of soy or a bit of wheat in these mock meat options. It is fantastic to see that these products have gone down the pea protein avenue, and it has actually worked out a little bit better in my opinion. I am honestly so keen to see if you have tried these products, your opinion of these products, and your opinion of supporting a sub company to Steggles. Please let me know down in the comments below. And while you're here, I highly recommend checking out this taste test review on the new We Love Cake tarts that are now available at Coles Supermarket. So anyway, friends, until next time, I will catch you very, very soon.